Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from whenever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, President William Samoei Ruto seems to be in a kind of war with one of his cabinet secretary, Justin Muturi. Muturi is the CS for Labour as we're speaking, and he's a man of his own independent mind. Independent views. When he makes his views, as of late, his views are so independent. He speaks without fear, and he speaks to the current matters that is touching on Kenyans. So yesterday, Ruto had iftar with the Muslim with the Muslim people at State House in Nairobi, and they had to address on the issue of Muslim endowment fund. So the issue is that this matter has been delayed for some time. And Ruto's reaction to this, he said that he had a problem with the previous AG. Definitely, that previous AG is Justin Muturi. That's the first AG that Ruto appointed. According to Ruto, he's saying that Justin Muturi was incompetent. That's why the Muslim endowment fund was delayed. This was at State House. And these are Muslims who anakuwa tuna iftar na hawa. And he is affirming that currently he has a very competent AG, and he's going to work on that issue. In a couple of months, they will have dealt with it. That is William Ruto. JB Muturi is incompetent.
That we have, so we will look at what we need to do. Mumesema mambo ya waqf, and I agree with you. It is it's taken too long. There is absolutely no reason, and I had a problem with the AG who was there. He was fairly incompetent, but I now have a very competent lady. I now have a very competent lady, and I can assure you that the issues of work will be sorted out in a matter of months. I also want to assure you that our Nubian brothers and sisters are solid members of the Kenyan society. And therefore, they are going to be mainstreamed as a Kenyan community, either by Madaraka or by Jamhuri. So at least this year we will conclude the exercise of them being mainstreamed as part of the Kenyan society, because indeed they have made huge contributions to the development of our nation and to the progress of Kenya. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to...
Now, we are continuing this particular discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. By the way, you can forget everything, but don't forget to give a thumbs up. Just support us by giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, the response from William Ruto seems to me not really genuine. But Ruto is just trying to find out on some issues that he can use to hit back at Justin Muturi. Why am I saying so? Someone will ask one question. If Kenyans went to the street to protest Gen Zs, asking you to dissolve your cabinet because they felt that the cabinet was incompetent. How incompetent? The finance bill was passed in the cabinet before it was taken to the parliament. Kenyans were like, did the cabinet really saw this finance bill? Okay. How are they then advising the president to have such kind of finance bill that is unfriendly with the punitive policies? So they decided to tell William Ruto, you have to disband your cabinet. Then they went to the parliament to protest because members of parliament also passed the bill that was so much unfriendly. So if they asked Ruto to disband his cabinet because it was incompetent, how comes, knowing that Justin Muturi was incompetent, he again nominated him for an appointment? If he knew Muturi was incompetent, how did he nominate him for appointment? So who is the biggest failure between Justin Muturi and William Ruto? Is it the Muturi who Ruto feels that he is incompetent, or Ruto who knew that Muturi is incompetent but he proceeded to appoint him? The biggest failure and the biggest incompetent person here, in my view, is none other than William Samoei Ruto himself, if what he's saying is true. Or was he basing his appointment on a tribalism? That this tribe gave me votes, whether they are competent or incompetent, I will have to appoint one of them. And even that on aside, didn't we have more competent people in Mount Kenya than Justin Muturi? Kwani kwa Wameru uko kuna watu wenye wako competent than Muturi? Kama kweli ilikuwa tu achague mtu kutoka huko. So to me, what Ruto is telling our Muslim brothers here, I feel it is sideshows, and an attempt to get just an opportunity to hit back at Justin Muturi. So it should be treated as sideshows. The current AG was someone suggested this cabinet by Raila Odinga. Ruto again is trying to justify the union between him and Raila Odinga, that Raila gave him the best. So again, indirectly, he's justifying the current relation he has with Raila Odinga. Sababu amesema yule mwenye niko naye saizi is a very competent person. She will sort out this matter in a couple of days. So he's trying to justify that. But JB Muturi has been classified as incompetent CS. Now, if Muturi was incompetent AG, someone will ask William Ruto, why is Muturi still in the cabinet? You know he is incompetent. And the biggest problem we are having in this country is appointing incompetent people into position of power and leadership. Then they end up ruining a whole ministry and frustrating Kenyans from getting services that they need to get. Why is Muturi still in office? Are you telling us that you are operating under a pressure that you can't fire some people? Is the president under capture, being blackmailed by Muturi, or what is he saying? Are you under capture? Because you can't have an incompetent CS who you have an upper hand on when it comes to appointment and firing. To fire a CS, you don't need to consult anyone. Just fire if you feel he's incompetent. Then nominate another one. Why is he not firing Muturi if Muturi is incompetent? Was he transferring incompetence from one department to another ministry? So can we conclude and say that Ruto transferred the incompetence from the office of AG to the Ministry of Labor? Or what? This is a continuation war between Ruto and JB Muturi. JB Muturi has gone further to demand President William Ruto to come up with a commission of inquiry to inquire on the issue of abduction. Who abducted Kenyans? Where are those Kenyans who have never been found, either alive or dead? And what about those who died? Who should they compensate? Who was in charge? Who gave these orders? Commission of inquiry. If there is something that Ruto fears the most, it is commission of inquiry. With the commission of inquiry, they will bring a true report. He fears to form one. So he feels that he is under threat from JB Muturi, who seems to be speaking the language that the public want to listen to, but what the executive is not willing to do.